What is going on? It is sunny outside and I am indoors all morning. I meant to get this done by noon today. I haven't even had a shower yet. Just gonna call it a day after this. Not really. But I'm gonna get my day started real soon. I can tell my hair looks real silly, so I'm just gonna keep making it look sillier and sillier as time goes on. But really, this should go pretty much according to plan as far as last night was concerned. So I hope to get this done in like an hour, and then for it to probably replace the last stream, which was actually ended up being 2 streams, which was unfortunate. But you have to do things like that sometimes whenever things break. So my first goal here is to just show where I've been. It's kind of been a wild ride so far. Need to go up to OBS real quick. So we're gonna get Virtualbox pulled up here. So I did figure out real easy. Like last night I was kind of stuck on how to get multiple drives on Virtualbox, and it's actually super easy. So in settings, under storage, whenever it's not running, you can literally just add another disk there. I don't know why I didn't see that before. Maybe I was clicking the wrong button. I don't know what my problem was, but in any case, I've added another disk, and actually during the testing of adding that another disk, I've blown pretty much both of them away at this point. One of them doesn't work, and the other one is not booting for some reason. So that's where we're at. So I'm going to go ahead and just fully start from there right now. So NixOS is crazy, but it can do some cool stuff. I'm going to jump right back into this. So this is gparted here. Excuse me. So we have 2 drives now. I actually resized the original one up to 40, and it was still working just fine after doing all that. And then I've added the second one, SDB, which is 40, which was the original intent for the final operation last night that never kind of came to fruition, and then kind of petered out near the end. So I'm here to kind of pick up the pieces from the last hour of last night's stream and just refocus it on trying to complete this project. So the point of this stream will be to take the flake.nix file and the configuration.nix file that we currently have, the home.nix file, and the configuration.nix file, right, that we've already been working with, and we're going to deploy that on this new drive. So it's going to start with nothing on it. Right now it's got exactly everything that the other one has on it, but it's just not working exactly. So hopefully we could fix that. I'm going to format this to ext4 on, oh, that's SDA. I'm glad I checked that. We're going to go ahead and undo that one. So we're going to go to SDB and format this one to ext4. Apply that. Shouldn't take too long, just a couple of seconds here, and then we're going to give it the same label as before, NixOS. As soon as it loads back up here, and label it NixOS as it's declared in our hardware configuration. Disk by label NixOS. And if we go back to the other one now, actually let's write that. And it does have the boot flag on it. SDA, I labeled it NixOS-old to try and do other things with it. And it still does have the boot flag on it as well. And I was trying to do things with OS Prober and Grub, and that wasn't working, to just try and get this thing to boot. But I think the problem was that neither one of them wanted to override a Grub that was written by another operating system. So I was using like something that wouldn't write to Grub to root into this SDA operating system and try to write Grub that way. Still didn't seem to work. So we're just going to blow it away like we just did. SDA or SDB should be fully initialized at, yeah, it's got 190 megabytes used, so nothing's been used on it now. Put that down, and we just go straight to the console. Oops, I went to settings. If we go straight to the console, I guess it was right there on the desktop. Believe me. We list the blocks. We do have both of our blocks there. So I wonder if we could just install using that configuration file. So let's generate the config from here. Mount dev disk by label. It should work like this: NixOS mount. And if we do this block again, yeah, SDB1 is mounted, /mount, like we expected to happen. And from there, I am going to go ahead and generate the config in there. I think it needs to be a sudo. Root of mount. And that gives us our etc file. Okay, so now if we... Let's go back out and unmount that. Sudo mount. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try and copy the configuration.nix and the home.nix to, well, I guess we don't need that necessarily, but the configuration.nix file from SDA1 real quick. So I'm going to unmount /mount to mount, and this should work as well. Dev disk by label NixOS old, yes, mount. And if I just go straight for it, I don't even know if I need a sudo. I'm going to guess I don't. So copy mount home Mac Flakes. It's under Mac again, and then configuration.nix. I know where that's at. I'm just going to go straight for it. Copy that just to the home right now. Just copy that straight there, and let's see if it's there. Yeah, there's configuration.nix file there now. So we'll just go back, mount, and then just go up a couple of places here. Mount NixOS. Mount etc NixOS. There's our configuration.nix and our hardware configuration.nix. I'm going to copy the... Let's just copy that configuration.nix to configuration.nix.old. And copy the home. No, it's home. Yeah, configuration. Configuration.nix to here and overwrite it. So now if we cat that config, it's got our user and stuff in it. So I'll go and I'll open that pretty soon here, but I'm going to first just try to install with this, because that seems maybe not even. Do flakes even work? Maybe. So yeah, maybe that. I'm kind of doing this on the fly now, but I want to install this as a flake to this operating system. First things first. So where is... Let's get reacquainted with what's going on here. SDB1 is at mount right now, and what we've done is copied our configuration.nix to it. Can I... Let's do a thing. /mount. What's in here? Let's make a directory in here real quick. and then mount to that. That seems kind of silly, but I want to get to both these files at once, and that's the quickest way I can do it. So I'm going to sudo mount dev disk by label NixOS old to mount. And now they're both mounted to clear up this mess. And then I can copy, keep trying to type full copy there, but copy mount home Mac Flakes to mount let's copy it right to the Etsy folder. NixOS right there. So I'm going to need to tack some flags onto this. V and a sudo, of course. Okay. Now I can mount Etsy and NixOS. Clear that. All right, so we should have our Flakes folder here, and it might belong to a different person, but that's fine. We could chown it, or we could sudo it or something. But we'll cd the Flakes. Yeah, permission denied. So LSLH Flakes. What's on? Oh yeah. I think it belongs to root. Who is this? Okay, so sudo chown NixOS Flakes and tackr. Flakes. Okay, now we can use that. We need to adjust some things, I think, if it's going to work. We're on devfdb. That's not going to change, so vim mac. Make sure that this is NixOS. It's not, it's old, because we stole it from the one that said old. Okay, so change that to NixOS. Back in there one more time to the configuration.nix. It's on SDB right here. Grub device is on SDB. Make sure of one last thing. Flake.nix is targeting NixOS host, which is correct, I think. Yeah, I think that's correct. So if I do a NixOS, is it going to be sudo? Yeah, it's going to be sudo. So sudo NixOS install Flake. That'll do. And I equals mount Etsy NixOS configuration .nix. Please verify the name of the okay. It wants us to declare NixOS there. Experimental features. Okay, so maybe it's not going to work as a flag. Unrecognized. It's seeming like going to do something still. I don't know what it's going to do, but it's seemingly going to do something. It's not going to install as a flake. But it seemed like it was going to, right? It's doing something. I'm going to let it do what it does. See if we can boot from this drive. That's the whole point. But we are just, if it doesn't boot from the flake, it's just booting from the configuration file. And this Might take a while because it's pulling everything for the first time. It's not working from a cached store, a local store. So it's going to take a while. We're going to let this do its thing. It might be 5-10 minutes. But I'll come back as soon as it's done. Spilled my drink all over myself. Not great. Hopefully this works out, because that sure didn't. Okay, we are coming to the end of this little thing here. So unfortunately that didn't build from a flake like I expected, but that's not exactly what I intended to do anyway. I didn't expect that to actually work. I was like hoping it would work, but I didn't actually expect it to work. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of this series so far. But we're going to come back into it as soon as this is done. I have a list of commands I'm going to start running as soon as this is up and running. Cool. So we're just going to set up our trusty password. And we'll do a reboot. That should be fine. That doesn't, okay, it did. So we're actually going to jump back out to Virtualbox. There we go. So we're going to take this storage. We're going to actually remove the original one altogether now. Well, maybe not, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it works anymore. So I'm going to take out the disk here. Hit OK. Maybe I'll just put them in a different order. No, because that's what it relies on. It relies on them both being there, right? It's SDB. I'm going to reset the machine here. We're going to go back to our workspace view. Oh no, look at this. Bad time. Oh, it's such a bad time. I wonder what is wrong. Why would this be? So let's reset once again. I have a couple of ideas why this might be. Figure out what F12 is. I don't know. Without looking at my keyboard, which one of these silly inlaid buttons is F12? Okay, making all that racket. I figured it out. So IDE controller, we'll do 2. 2. 2. Not giving me that option to hit 2. Okay, how about if I hit B? Yay. So, what went wrong? I have no idea what actually went wrong there. That didn't work. So, it's expecting. Let's just take this out real quick. Didn't show that, that's alright. So I'm taking out the first drive that I was showing you earlier, the NixOS drive. I'm going to remove that from the list and then start it again. I don't expect this to work either, honestly. Oh, it did, cool. So it was trying to boot the grub from SDA, which is good. I mean, it didn't work, but it's good that it tried. But I've taken SDA out completely now. So I could go back into that disk, right, and open up gpart and take the boot flag off of it, and then work on it, and then maybe work on it and fix it. But now this is our first time opening the installation that we just went through from the live CD on the live Plasma instance CD. I'm just gonna quickly build. It should have Firefox, Vim, and some other stuff on it. Vim and I think it's just wget is all. And then we're going to install home directory, or home directory. We're going to install home manager, home directory. I wish. We're not doing anything like that today. Down the line, maybe we'll do some wild stuff. Alright. All my stuff is in order now. It's still trying to boot this operating system for the first time. Cool, cool, cool. If we do have Firefox, we should have pretty much just wget, and I think Vim is on here. Better be on here. So, first things first, we want to get, like, the whole goal is to get HTOP up and running quick and easy. Always the goal, just get something up and running quick and easy. But the way I want to do that is always the hard way, it seems. Let's see, NixOS. It's still got the Flakes folder, good deal. And it probably still even belongs to NixOS. Oh, it belongs to Mac, cool. Transferred ownership of that file straight to Mac. That's good to know. So, if we go straight there, let's see, NixOS, Flakes. If we just call NixOS rebuild switch Flake Mac let's do that maybe. Oh, wanted the dot, of course. Mac and configuration.nix. Okay. So we'll try it like this. Might need a sudo. Let's do a sudo. Actually, before we do this, let's nix instantiate nix pkgs with hello. Did not specify add root. Okay. I don't have a list, Nix channel list. Okay, well let's try this then. Now I have to retype it. Okay. Let's just retype it. Sudo NixOS rebuild switch Flake NixOS configuration. Okay, so that's going to install that same configuration only as a Flake. And so now this is a command that can be transferred anywhere. So instead of using the etc /NixOS /configuration.nix and all that, I've pulled it out of there. Oh, and it's going to use a different hardware. Maybe I should have copied. Yeah, maybe I'll copy that real quick. And just rebuild it again. Now the thing about this is I don't know if there's generations on this. I'm guessing that it adds generations. So that's going to be what I check next. Is list generation. Okay, so this shouldn't take too much longer. I don't have blazing hot internet like some of y'all out there. As you can tell, take some time. I also don't have a blazing hot PC like some of y'all out there. I get by. Got just a little bit longer, it looks like. 1/15/29. So that I've seen that one kind of go and like come and go depending on like what's being built. So it seems like one just means like this package is being built. And then the 23 counts up to 29, I believe. So I am going to make sure Mac hardware. I'm going to double check this real quick. Yeah, that should be just fine. But it doesn't have the doesn't have the share. So if I go to mount, oh, it does have share. Okay. So this shows the stuff that I've copied over from my last installation. So at least I've got stuff from there, which you could see the Flakes folder and then the configuration.nix, the home.nix, they're all in there. So that's what I'll be pulling from here after a while. So now that I've instantiated Nix packages, I wonder if all of this stuff should just come together next. So we still don't have a Nix channel. So let's do that then. Next channel, add https GitHub Nix community home manager archive release 21/11 tar gc home manager Nix channel update. Do I not have a Nix packages channel? It seems like it was doing just fine without that. Surely I do. Nix shell is up next, so this seems like it's working, hopefully. Taking its sweet time at least. Shouldn't be taking this long. There it goes. Okay, then. Home manager was not found, so I have seen this a couple times. I'm going to log out and log back in. See if that fixes this part. You might have to stop the daemon, is what it says, but I didn't write down that command, so I don't have that at my disposal here. Can maybe look at it here. No, I don't see it. I don't see it offhand here. This should give us that same result. Yeah, I don't see it in my notes here. They don't have that command at my disposal, but it's pretty easy, I think, to restart the NixOS daemon itself. Okay, then creating home manager, that's good to see. That shouldn't take too long. Alright, that looks like it's about done. Okay, so it is creating profile generations there. And last thing is to copy. We have to sudo copy mount share home.nix to config nix packages home.nix. Okay, and then home manager switch. And so if we go into that real quick, let's go into that in VS Code here. As soon as we do that, htop is running. Oh, that's good to see. And Vim on like something like let's do index.html, you know, has a airline on it. HTML has indenting already built in, all that good stuff. So that's good to see. And now it wasn't installed by a Flake, right? That's the sad part, is that the installation via Flake didn't kind of work. So I'm going to try, now that I know like this system is up and running just fine, I'm going to go in here, system, first things first. Where is the system stuff? Settings, that's where I want to go. Settings. And dark theme. Apply that. And pin this. And remove this. Okay then, and then actually change this back to, I liked the dinosaur with the base. That was super cool. I'm going to change that back. Wait, what's going on here? There we go, Mac. Where's the dinosaur with the base at? Did I pass him up? Is there more down here maybe? Oh yeah, they hide the cool ones down here. There it is. Okay, and then nano. I like this one for nano. Okay, so now we can blow away that first install, and maybe try to install the Flake to it based on this this current configuration that we've just built this with, right? That's maybe the next step. So let's jump into parted. Do I have parted? I should have parted. Did you parted? No, I don't. So rebuild home manager. So it's vim config nix home add it here. Alright, we'll run Home Manager switch and it will install Parted for us. Good deal. Parted list. Select dev SDA. Make part fs type start and end. Oh yeah. Unfortunate. This might be better done in gparted. Gparted didn't work last time I installed it, so let's try that this time. And I think it's because I didn't have the GTK themes and stuff, so we'll just see if it works this time. I'm just going to download a bunch of stuff this time. It didn't actually. It actually worked very well this time. Cool. I'd love to see that. I had problems with it last time. And we don't even have SDA. Or we don't have any SDB this time, so that's perfectly fine. Mount point next door. That's interesting. I've never seen that. Never seen that in action like that. So, good to know. Good to remember that. I wasn't even thinking about that. And what we're going to do is go back into the configuration and see it's still SDB. I think that's going to break things. Run that on SDA real quick. And don't think we have to change anything else. But we do need to run that Flake again. Go all the way back up here. NixOS rebuild switch -- flake .crunch NixOS tac capital I our configuration file .nix. Okay, that's gonna do that for us. Should just rebuild and put grub on SDA. But then when we reboot, it should come back up, no problems. This is the part I'm kind of worried about. Could really make a mess of things, it seems like. We'll find out. No errors reported. That's what I like to see. So, reboot. Oh, good. Glad to see grub. Okay, so what we're going to do from there is go back to Virtualbox. And add the storage again. Turn this off. Power off. Add storage. It was the original one with our VDI. One. Zero. And one, I think. Is that how I... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how I want it. This should still boot. Okay, so we got a boot grub here. It's a good start. Is it gonna boot? It did. Get to NRD. Okay, we got to X. Good, good. Plasma retained our workspace. Okay, KDE setup coming in. Good to see that. Awesome. We are back up and running. And just for good measure, HTOP is there. Okay. It's always the tell, right? Is HTOP around? Oh, did it crash? I think it crashed. We might have to redo it. So Virtualbox likes to crash sometimes. And sometimes it comes back in like 10-15 seconds, but like most of the time it seems like it doesn't. So I just reset it because that's always faster than waiting another 45 seconds and it not coming back. But when we get in there, first thing we're going to do is jump into gparted and pull up SDB. So this is the part that usually takes the time. Okay. Is it going to work again? It worked last time. Maybe you have to run it from the terminal. Maybe that was my problem the very first time I ran it. Okay then. So we're going to wipe this clean, and we're going to call it NixOS New. Or Flake. Maybe let's call it NixOS Flake. Yeah, let's leave it as bootable. Leave it as bootable. So I'm going to format to ext4. Oh. Yeah, I did that on STB. Is that right? I think it's right. Whew. All these A's and B's getting confused, flipped backwards and forwards. Freaking me out. So label file system. It was NixOS old, so now NixOS new. Glad I labeled it because I would be freaking out right now. Okay, and we're good to go on that front. Alright, so let's mount. Cleared the share there. Now if we sudo mount, let's actually make directory. Make dir mount NixOS new. Sudo mount dev disk by label NixOS new to mount NixOS new. If we list that, mount NixOS new. There's the lost and found folder from the ext4 file system. So we're going to declare that as our root. So if we go into was it in just the root? Yeah. CD Flakes? No, it was in Etsy. Flakes. So if we run the Flake command, block. We want to put it in the mount NixOS folder, NixOS new folder. So Nix, can I just do NixOS install? Don't think so. Let's see, let's check the notes real quick. I don't think I have that one written down, but maybe. Never know. No, I don't have anything like that written down. So let's run it like this. And can I do root mnt NixOS new? See if that works. First off, let me copy this. So I don't lose it this time. I don't have to retype it. Copy that. Let's go out of here for a second. Vim into that configuration. And just double check. We want this to be B. And the host name is going to be NixOS new. And hardware configuration device is going to be NixOS new. Now when we paste this, it's going to do exactly what we want it to, hopefully. Oh my goodness. We're about to find out anyway. I hope it works. The NixOS install, we declared the root to be the NixOS new folder. We changed the configuration just a little bit so it would know which file to install the grub to. We declared, oh, NixOS. That's the thing, instead of NixOS new. I wonder if that's going to mess it up. I didn't change the Flake. So it's still the same Flake. Okay, yeah, that should be fine. I think. Getting into some unknown territory for myself here. Some of y'all might know what this is all about, but okay, here it goes. Whew. Okay, this seems like it's doing what I want it to do. Let's find out. We're gonna find out real quick. or tried to install to our freshly wiped SDB drive with 40 gigabytes on it. This Flake-based installation that we've carried over our config file from the previous install, and with just one configuration file and a Flake, we've actually been able to install it to a mounted block device, right? A new device entirely. So I'm hoping that this works, because if this works, then I'm one step closer to like a NixOS kind of system, right? That's maybe the end goal, is like to start hosting some packages like Nginx and maybe like an FFmpeg script library or something. I don't even really know what else I might host up there, but just those kinds of things. Maybe some GIMP stuff, right? Because I use GIMP in my daily photo editing, stuff like that. Maybe just project files, even keeping those version controlled, keeping those reproducible and redeployable as like the next step from this, if it works. So I'm hoping it does. It looks good so far. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna leave it as it is, and we're gonna listen to the music for a while. So you're listening to On All Sides. If you want to check them out on Facebook, I play the bass. Check us out. It's legit. I am going to bring us back in here to the VS Code workspace, see if it works. Oh, and it doesn't, of course. There it is. Oh, there's my history text. So we want to go to the home Nix folder, or the file. So this is that Nix Flake, or flake.nix file. Let's make sure that everything looks good here. It doesn't. I'm glad I checked. Zoom that up just a bit. And we don't want to overlap the overlay, because it's actually kind of an underlay. That's going to be fine. I can fix it just a little bit more. There we go. Fits nice and snug there. So, glad I checked that. Alright, so let's even zoom in a little bit further. Might be way too much. No, that's actually really a good zoom. So, the home.nix, this is not the flake.nix, the wrong one. So, flake.nix. So it gets a description and input. The input is the NixOS package repository on GitHub. 2111 is what I'm using because that's what I installed from first off. Everyone seems to use unstable these days, but that's okay. It just gives a description if we ever needed to call it in a list of flakes. This one is the NixOS rebuild flake. Self-explanatory. That's all that block does. And then we come down to this outputs, which is the same as like, I think there's an outputs in most of these, maybe not. So there's an outputs self and Nix packages, which is called up here. Nix packages is declared here, and then it does Nix. It calls this NixOS configurations thing, and we're able to call it work on NixOS. So like NixOS is, where is this at? Like Nix, these are global variables, right, on configuration.nix. I don't think there's one in here for NixOS. No, there's not one in there for NixOS, but it just basically, how this works, I think, is it calls for a NixOS configuration, and then we call NixOS equal to our current NixOS system, and it's based on the x86. Okay, so this can be actually called anything. So if I wanted to call this Mac or anything else, and we could even misspell it, right? That's okay. What gets changed there is then whenever we called that thing, it was like let's go down here a little bit. Whenever we called Nix install Flake this thing, right? You would have to type Mac or whatever else, all messed up, right? You'd have to type that there. That's what this corresponds to, is this. So whenever it's NixOS, it's just used to call that. You would want to use that as like the host name. So if you leave that off, and it's going to look for your host name. It's going to reinsert that as your host name. As far as I'm aware, it's going to use this system. Then the tech I was, to point to the Mac configuration file. Nix, which was this. So this here, right, all corresponds to the same things that we're expecting to see. And I guess I probably didn't even need to declare the I for that, because it, if this is back to working yet, it looks like it's done, but it didn't even need to declare that, I don't think, because the Nix declares that. But we're going to go into configuration real quick and just see that the only thing that we needed to do was declare this experimental feature for that to work. So that's pretty much the only thing that I've changed off screen. Everything else has been changed on screen. And then these are the options I keep changing. SDA. We're going to go back to the other scene now. Workspace scene, because it went to the screensaver, went to log off screen. I'm thinking that means it's done. So now we're prompted to set up a new password for our operating system. That's awesome. So we're gonna just trusty password. And if everything goes accordingly, we should be able to reboot and take out this drive. So let's do that. Reboot, take out this drive, go to Virtualbox. And well, that's first off. It's going to be a little strange. There we go. Let's take out this drive. Need to shut this down. Okay, let's just take it out like that. And see what happens. Wow. Wow. All right. All right. That is very cool. All right, KDE startup. Very, very cool. So let's go into console real quick. NixOS new. Cool. We got our share. So we're going to sudo cp mount NixOS our share home.nix. And get that out here real quick. I don't think that's going to work. I need to do something better about that. Okay, and first things first, Nix instantiate. What was the... Nix packages. Okay, so that's kind of what I was worried about. Does not exist, ignoring Nix search path entry. So I wonder if you always have to update using the Flake. So Nix packages is not found in the Nix search, so does not exist. Does not exist. Root channels. Okay, so I need to add the NixOS packages channel. Seems like manually. See if I can't do that real quick. So let's finally pull up this browser here. Nix channels. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this real quick. Do we have any? No. Oh my, okay, so, goodness sakes, NixOS 2111, copy address, and if I can't paste it in there, let's go back to this page. Can I do something silly for a second? Put it like that. No, that didn't work. There we go. TTPS channels NixOS. That can't be right. That's not how they want you to add this, is it? Yeah, channel name NixOS. Okay, yeah, that's not. So if we go back to this other page, that ain't right. It's this, nixos.org, channels, channel name NixOS. So that was about to get weird. HTTPS nixos.org channels. Now the channel name was, oh, it even says it right here, NixOS 2111 as NixOS. Nix channel update. What that does, it should be fine. And then now if we do what we tried to do before, hello, still not good enough. Let's channel list again. What happens if we sudo list? Is that different? No, it's the same. Okay. Interesting. We're gonna reboot. Because sometimes the channels seem to need a reboot for some reason, or at least a log off, but why not do a solid reboot? What doesn't, the booting up part doesn't take so long, it's the logging in part that actually takes the longest, so it's not too bad to do a full reboot. I do hope this works. I might have to rebuild with the Flake, what I'm thinking. That might be how you end up rebuilding this system. There's potentially not an etc config. configuration.nix, and that's the NixOS configuration.nix file. So I'll check that as soon as we get back in there. It's interesting. Installing from that Flake is a different way to do it. So now I gotta kind of poke around and see what's different. I'm really glad it worked, and it did take about an hour, like I expected. So now I just get to play with it. So let's be okay. Let's just see what's up in here. Let's see. NixOS. Yeah. See, there's not anything in there. Very cool. So that's interesting. Next channel list should still provide us the channel, yep. And now if we try to instantiate, that's all I'm trying to do, is instantiate. Package named hello, please work. Nope, no search point entry, so it's still saying does not exist, ignoring. File Nix packages was not found in the Nix search path. So add it using Nix path. And I don't know what that means. So let's straight up copy that whole thing, take it to Firefox. It's way too verbose, and I know this. Okay, so we'll do SHC and echo the Nix path. Okay, so root users handles NixOS. NixOS configure. Oh, okay. Oh, so it's saying that our configuration isn't even there in the spot that we said it should be. I wonder. Yeah, NixOS does not exist, ignoring. So channels does not exist, ignoring. If I just copy I don't have the flakes. It's in the share. If I copy mount share configuration .nix. Actually, let's go all the way in there. Let's do share flakes mac configuration .nix to Etsy NixOS. And we'll Etsy NixOS configuration. .back. And sudo NixOS NixOS generate config. Okay, I thought it might overwrite, but it didn't. So now we got the hardware config in there too. Let's just see if that works now. Okay. Not a big deal. But Nix packages was not found in the search. So where's Nix packages? What's the Nix package path supposed to be? That's what I'm trying to figure out now. So Nix package path. I did it in the wrong search bar, but that's fine. Where is the Nix path supposed to be set? The Nix installation should provide a file which sets up your user environment. You need to make sure to source it as a part of your shell config. .nix. Okay, so let's check that. .nix profile. Is that a thing? No. Okay. So if I now then vim, let's see. Honestly, I have no idea. I'd have no idea what's wrong, so I'm trying to fix this real quick. If I sudo vim etc NixOS configuration.nix. Okay, let's check this out. SBA is correct. NixOS no. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure that was good. So when we did that earlier, these are pretty much that. There's just something. What's missing is the Nix. Oops. Let's see, Nix conf there. That's all that's in that. It's a file, so something isn't quite lined up yet. But it is cool to see that this is a booting system. But now that I have that configuration file, I'm going to actually NixOS rebuild switch. See what happens. Okay, so nothing happens. Bad. Oh wait, something's happening. What's happening? Oh no, this could be bad. What's going on? NixOS was not found in the Nix search path. Okay. Print invent. Whoa. Never use that one. Okay. Okay. So next channel update. That doesn't make much sense. I don't have for Nix packages. So there's nothing in root at all, right? Maybe if I go in sudo ls. I don't think there is a password. Because it's showing root here. And there's nothing in it like there is for Mac. Channels is in it. And NixOS is in that. But root doesn't have it. Okay. I don't think I can just copy it over there. I think I need to give... Where is this file? So these are actual files. These aren't symlinked. Okay, so how do I add channel as a root? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Should I create a link from my user's Nix to root? He went wrong. Okay, so he went through the problem. Maybe just remove the channel. It will fall back to someone, to system one. Oh, do I not have a... Oh, maybe I don't have a Nix packages channel, do I? Oh, I didn't add a Nix packages channel. Maybe that's what's up. Yeah, it's channel add. Okay. It's like, what was it? Channel add. HTTPS. Isn't even on this page. This is what I'm about to type in. This line here. HTTPS NixOS.org channels Nix packages -2111 Nix pkgs. Let's sudo add this one. So is that not correct? Might not be the right channels. Nix packages channels. Already been here. They all want me to use this. Nix packages unstable. But that's what I need to do. Okay. Next channel list sudo Nix channel list. Okay, that's our problem. Sudo Nix channel remove NixOS. Add channels NixOS 2111 NixOS. That's sudo this time. Sudo Nix channel update. Sudo Nix channel list. Nix channel list. Okay, that's weird. So it didn't actually add like I thought it would. Nix. Nix packages without sudo. Nix channel update. Okay, now when we tried to instantiate all the way back when we tried that, Nix instantiate Nix packages. Hey, hello. no such file. Specify add root. Hey, but it worked, right? I think it worked. And then if we now I think we should be able to install Home Manager. That was the whole point. Nix shell. Oh, not yet. We have to add one more channel. The Nix channel, not to the root this time, but add HTTPS. Word wrap this real quick. HTTPS github.com nix-community Home Manager archive release 21.11.tar.gz as Home Manager Nix channel update Nix channel list. Alright. So now that I understand that there's separate channels, whoa, and that you just have to add sudo or don't, that's good to know. I'm going to leave it as that. And now, whenever we call Nix shell Home Manager, is this going to work, or do we need to log out? I wonder. Install. Alright, there's our initial Home Manager config created at config/nix packages/home.nix. Alright, this shouldn't take too much long. We're nearing the end of the stream here, guys. I want to appreciate everybody. Shout out to everybody who stopped in, even the spammers. I know there's been like 30 people, 60 people sometimes stopping in at a time, just here and there. So I really appreciate everybody coming in to see NixOS is all about. I'm going to quickly take what I know is my home Nix there. And I'm going to copy, actually I'm going to move it, home Nix to, where there's a tac A over there for some reason, as a file. Config, Nix packages, and what's in there? Home Nix, yeah, so move that to there. And let's just cat out this weird A. It's kind of dangerous, something like that. I don't know how you remember. I don't know. You have to escape that somehow. So RM. Huh. Alright, I'm not going to worry about that, I guess. But there's a rogue file named -a. Okay, I don't know how to get rid of that. That's a new one for me. So, we are really close to just Home Manager switch. And it's going to work, right? Permission denied? Permission denied. Oh. Oh, because it was belonging to someone else. LH config Nix packages belongs to root. See that? So we'll change that. That should work. Home manager switch. And as soon as this works, we'll have htop and vim back to normal. And for good measure, we will reload the OS again from the Flake and then also update again from Home Manager and just see how that works and see if everything works just fine. So we'll like add tmux to the Mac profile, and we'll add something else, maybe GIMP to the underlying system. Yeah, this is cool. This is actually working. I'm very excited. I think that's everything. That's all my notes. Cool. So now, htop should work. Awesome. And then when we vim into the config Nix packages home Nix, we get all of our syntax highlighting and our airline at the bottom. So we're in Nix home packages here. We're going to go and add tmux, and we are going to add, let's just add that real quick. And then we'll add to the base system as well. We'll add GIMP to the base system because that's the one that takes longer to load. Longer stuff to load probably should go on the base system, and then the fancy stuff on the home manager side, since it loads on start. So where did I put that stuff? It's still in NixOS, isn't it? No, it's not. It is still in share, I do believe. Yeah, I still think it's in share, so I'm going to get back into documents. So there's nothing in here, so we're going to pull in, so copy, mount, share, Flake, lakes, to here. And we'll just chown that as well. Alright, and we'll get into Vim. Go into Flake.nix. That's weird. Read only. Oh, there's a swap already. Okay, we'll delete it. Okay. We don't really need to change anything. Yeah, we do. Yeah, let's change this. What am I doing? To new. And let's get into Mac configuration again. Div.st is good, and we want to go all the way down to the bottom here and add GIMP. Just like that should work. And let's just double check hardware configuration still looks good. Nope. So we'll change this to NixOS new. What was it before? I'm gonna copy that in case it fails. Oops, I'm being silly. Okay. No worries there. Disk by label. And NixOS new. I feel like that might be where it breaks. Hardware configuration, Nix. So we should be able to call sudo NixOS rebuild switch flake dot crunch we shouldn't even need the I. Before I do that, I'm going to remove sudo rm rv let's see NixOS here. configuration.nix hardware configuration. Actually, let's not delete hardware configuration.nix. So it can't pull anything from there. ls etc NixOS okay. So there's the backup file, and that's all. So once again, sudo NixOS rebuild switch flake.crunch. It just work? And it didn't. Oh, the dev device. So that's a problem. They don't like that. Sudo vim Mac hardware. So what's different? Let's look into it. Etsy, NixOS, hardware. Sudo vim buffer open dot open dot Mac hardware configuration. Let's split these. Next buffer. So this is our Etsy. Alright. It's all in there, the same place. And this one is messy. So what happened here? Can I literally just copy these over? And then I'll just leave this open in case it doesn't work. Disk by label NixOS new. Here to read. And then we'll do a new tab here. We'll try that again. Sudo NixOS rebuild. Switch Flake.crunch. Goes new. Top level, not a valid URL. Oh, see, that's like just, it doesn't like us using that kind of stuff at all, apparently. Very interesting. I think new device UUID .txt. Well, I don't want to. Okay. Is it new? New. En. DTXT? Let's try that. No. En. Okay, never mind. So, open. Device. UUID. Text. Okay, for some reason I was getting so confused. Okay, paste that. Goodness sakes. That's I closed that. Okay, that's fine. Buffer now. Yes. Buffer next, I mean. And then device UID. C. Okay, so they look identical now, actually. Well, I could have just copied it over and did a backup thing. So the only thing I've actually changed, I guess there's more stuff in the bottom there that I don't know if the other one has, but I've only changed that. Dev disk by label NixOS new. That's all that's changed. What is that? There's 2 crunches in it. That doesn't help anybody. That was probably my only problem last time, honestly, because the other thing was definitely a comment. Okay, so it is just going to build all of it, it looks like. Maybe it's because I switched package repos? Oh, I don't know. It's going to build 25 things. Maybe it's because GIMP is a GTK application and running on a Qt framework with KDE. I have no idea exactly. This is pretty much worked out though. I'm excited. I'm glad this worked. There's still a lot of rough edges to be smoothed out, right? Like adding the home manager process to this build process would be ideal. So every revision of home manager is also a revision in the rollback in Nix and EMV. So let's just open that up. It should be right there installed now. Nothing seems to want to launch on its own, so I'm going to run it in here. Cannot open display. Interesting. Maybe it's too small of a display area. Could definitely be it. Let's see if we can make that bigger. I really don't know. I think that's dictated by Virtualbox itself. Nothing really seems to want to launch right now in KDE. That's interesting. Not even Dolphin. I got Firefox open. Wonder if it's a memory management issue. It's only got 2 gigs of memory. Could definitely be a problem. But that did seem to... Let's exit these out correctly. Do a reboot real quick, restart. KDE doesn't really want to cooperate right now. Oh. When you misclick and you have to do it again. Yeah, so it doesn't want to cooperate. We're just going to go to... do it that way. One way to handle it without having to go to the VirtualBox itself. So we've got 2 configurations. That second one has GIMP. The first one just is our first installation. So Home Manager doesn't have rollbacks built into grub menu like that. That's okay. That's kind of why I want to do it all at once with the Flake. I want to kind of add Home Manager to the Flake process. Or if you update either one, you can update the Flake and it will figure it out. This has been pretty fun. I'm going to be winding down the stream now. I'm going to make sure that hopefully GIMP actually runs. If not, I'm going to pick another program and try that. There it goes. Just needed a good reset sometimes. I think it was a memory issue because I had everything running. And like I said, I only gave this 2 gigabytes of memory. Not very much when it comes to GIMP. Very cool. So to make it blend in, we're going to go into System. Oh cool, GVIM's in there. Very nice. Where was it? What did I go in here for? Settings. We're going to make the light theme into a dark theme. We're going to give our profiles their settings again. Their pictures, really, is all. We remember that it's all the way at the bottom. I thought so. It's gone. There it is. They moved it. How did they move it on me? Jokers. Okay, so now we can make a cool little image. 800. 600. Okay, so that's fun, right? Always good to hop into GIMP and make a quick little doodad or whatever you call it. I don't use GIMP with all these weird icons. Alright, that's fun. Let's do one more thing to it. Because I like playing with text. Okay, configure desktop and wallpaper. Add image. alright. It's very bright. Very poppy. I like it. Could have been maybe textured more, could have been way more things, could have been more transparent in places, could have been put together in more time, you know, all those things. So, we'll probably change it back. Maybe I'll make something even cooler for next time. Just now that we have this up and running, it is super cool. That was all installed from a Flake, and we'll basically always install stuff from that Flake now. And we'll add Home Manager to that Flake, hopefully. And I think it's been like longer than 2 or 3 hours. Like it's been a while now, so thanks for everybody sticking with me. I really have no idea how long it's been. Just over 2 hours. That's not bad. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Better than last night's stream. Whew. Last night's stream went bad. So next time we'll we exist in this environment now. Ha. So I'm going to try to boot the other thing real quick. The one from before, the one with not this background. So to do that, I'm gonna just reboot it from the terminal. And let it hang up on the grub here. And where is my stuff? Here it is. Virtualbox. We're gonna stop the machine, close her down. Settings, storage. We're gonna take this out and replace it. Just straight up replace it with the 0. That should just still boot. We're about to find out. Oh, good. Oh, good. Things still work. I was wondering if maybe I messed that up earlier, but no. Awesome. So when we log in, it has the default wallpaper, so we're going to tell this one apart. And it doesn't have GIMP on it. Wow. Success, I think. That was successful. So that flake.nix is an example on like the website where you learn about flakes for the first time. This one, I believe. Yep, so it's this one right here. Yeah, replace that with your host name. And you're good to go. And so this is what I ended up with, this one right here. Special args, I think. No, I didn't use that one. But yeah, so this is the page that you would go to. It's the NixOS wiki /flakes. So we're gonna get in here. Remember, it has a different wallpaper. Cool. And there's not GIMP on here. The HTOP exists because of Home Manager. And we will log off. I don't think that's a command on here. So we'll log off here. Log off once more, 3rd time's the charm. We're going to sign into Nano for the first time. And say that Nano doesn't have HTOP. Just for the final time. But if Nano wants htop, doesn't need sudo. And I said sudo for the first time in my whole last like 5 years of my life. Oh, I hear people say sudo all the time. Woof. It can drive a nail to you. So sudo, right? Super user do. Just get that straight. Super user do. It's not that you can do something, right? You do something. Okay, so Nano still has the light theme. And system console. I already saw the htop was not there. Htop. But if we do Nix shell, tac-p, htop, htop. So Nano still can get access to htop easily enough. No worries there. And yeah, so we're not even close to 400 or to 2 gigabytes of memory right now. But we might have been earlier. Very cool, very cool. That's probably all I have for NixOS this weekend. Maybe I'll have something more next weekend. I do eventually want to put this Flake into, or the home manager into that Flake, and then put that Flake onto GitHub, right? And then rebuild that from, instead of having like pull that file in, that flake.nix file, rebuild from the GitHub repo like it allows you. Something more akin to this format that you see on the left here, or the right of your screen. This Nix packages URL colon, or GitHub colon, whatever your GitHub repo is, / your packages and that kind of stuff. Start using that syntax and see how that works for me. But I'm really excited about how that worked today. I think that's a full-on challenge complete for the month. So I'm happy to cruise on out of April with this being kind of like the pinnacle of my NixOS like configuration experience. And then I'm starting in next week probably with like whatever next video I do. I might do another video, I don't know. If something comes to mind, I'm gonna come back on and talk more about this and do more stuff. But until then, I'm not gonna push any agenda with this. I'm just gonna use it as my workstation, and then hopefully to really kick it out of April. By the end of the month, I hope to do this same exact process on my laptop. And that's going to it's going to be a little bit harder because I don't want to lose that version of Windows, at least the stuff that's on it. I'll have to back it up because you can always blow Windows away and reinstall it. It's fine. But the stuff that's on it, I just don't want to lose. It's like video files and stuff. So gotta back that up, and then I'll do that maybe even tomorrow, but probably not tomorrow. Don't count on that. But as soon as I feel comfortable. This process actually was very smooth. I would say the first hour was setting this up, and then the second hour was executing on it, and there was very little like meandering, like trying to figure out problems throughout it. There was a couple issues that I had to solve, but I came to some solutions about it. So success. See you next time. Peace out.